Contestant number 3, Chiranthi Senanayake, 98.43. 98.43, Chiranthi Senanayake.
Thank you. 98.43. It has gone up, Miss Senanayake, said the doctor, glaring at me through his glasses. To tell you the truth, I wasn't really surprised. I have been cheating on my diet. What? I mean, I'm only human, right? It was the day after Valentine's Day, and the rejected chocolate was so cheap. Have you noticed how medical professionals have this very interesting way of telling you that life is worth living by saying, you're going to die very soon? My doctor said, if you don't lose weight, you will get fatty liver, then you will get cirrhosis, and it will be fatal. And all of this was because of 98.43 kilograms. Contest chair, esteemed judges, and my fellow warriors, battling that oily skin, that obvious pimple, or even an extra bit of tummy. I have always been fat. Every time I say that out loud, my friends look at each other with like hopeless horror thinking, oh my God, oh no, she said the F word. It's code red, it's code red. We have to say something. And then they go on to say, no, you're not fat. She's not fat, right? I mean, she's cute. Any guy would be lucky to have you. It's so sweet that they try to reassure me. But I already know that any guy would be lucky to have me. I mean, please. And the second thing is, it's really okay. I'm just fat, not suicidal. It's fine. I'm going to be fine. I was always identified as a chubby girl, and I was shamed for it all my life. It started from very small things, like not being allowed to go into the McDonald's kiddies area because the staff was convinced I was 10 years old when I was actually 6. And ended with my school bullies telling me that they want to observe me as a science assignment because apparently I was half elephant and half woman. All of these years of shaming convinced me that I was abnormal. It convinced me that I was unattractive. It got so bad to a point that I actually used to wear clothes that were 3 times bigger than me just so I could hide myself. And there was one time where I purposefully broke the mirror in my room so that I won't have to look at myself. May I ask you a question? How many of you look at yourself every day in the mirror in the morning and first notice something imperfect about yourselves? Can I see a show of hands? Very honestly. It's completely fine. Look around you. There are so many people that struggle with physical insecurities every single day. I did it too. I rejected my body and I hated my weight. And it took me close to 14 years of my life to realize I'm not just fat. I mean, I have fat. See? Wiggle, wiggle. But there is a difference, right? For example, we all have teeth, but we don't go around saying, oh my God, you're so teeth. You should really lose some. That would be ridiculous. I think why body shaming is such a problem is because it is neglected. We don't talk about it because we're either too afraid or too shy to speak out about it. So it has become a global problem. Let me give you an example. Back in 2008, Yale University conducted a study which found that the cause for 9% of suicides in the world is body shaming. Think about the number of people that are actually affected by this problem. And it's a complete myth to think that only women get affected by it. You know how we say Barbie dolls give women unrealistic body expectations? I mean, I can never, ever imagine such a thin waist. Like, it's impossible. But boys, they have to play with super soldiers. So they probably have it a little tougher. And even men are expected to have those toned, V-shaped bodies of professional athletes. And the thing is, those people are actually paid in billions to have 2% body fat. 2% body fat. Do you know what I get? Every time I eat a salad, someone goes, "Oh, someone's on a diet. Maybe I just wanted to eat a salad, you know?" I'm just saying. And it got to a point where it took me a really long time to realize that my weight shouldn't essentially define who I was. I remember one day, I actually asked my brother, I was like, "Why are boys so afraid of me, man? Like, they're so terrified. I mean, sure, I beat a couple of people up, but, you know, that's just a different matter." And my brother turns to me and he says, "Don't worry. When you find the right man, he won't have the eyes for anyone else but you." And that was such a sweet thing to say. Or so I thought, until he added, "Yes, because when you stand in front of him, he can't see anyone else around you, know?" You know, the problem with such references is the fact that they implant a single thought that can sometimes grow into a lifelong fear as well as a lifelong lack of self-confidence. I mean, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that self-acceptance means completely neglecting yourself. It does not mean leading terribly unhealthy lives. That is not what I'm speaking about. What I want to say is, if you want to lose a few extra pounds, if you want to straighten your curly hair, by all means do it. Do it because you want to do it. Because you own yourself and you don't need someone else's approval or validation. And until you can look into a mirror and think, you know, "Ooh, you're so beautiful. You're really rocking these pants today." Until you come to that point, make sure you love yourself each and every step of the way. Because remember that your bodies are not dusty old temples. They are 98.43% awesome bouncing castles. Over to you, Qantas Chair.